Welcome to my channel, Old Valuable Chiller. Today we are deep diving the fascinating world of coins, history, and collectibles. In today's video, we will take a deep look into the 1996 one-penny coin from the United Kingdom. This coin may look like a small piece of change, but it carries a lot of history, design detail, and collector value. If you are a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or simply someone who enjoys learning about British currency, then this video will be very informative for you. So, let's begin our journey into the story of the 1996 UK one-penny coin. The one-penny coin has been a key part of British coinage since the decimalisation in 1971. Before that year, the United Kingdom used the old pre-decimal penny, which was much larger in size and part of a very different monetary system. When Britain changed to decimal currency, the new penny was introduced in a smaller size and given a new design. The 1996 one-penny coin is one of the later examples of the bronze pennies before changes in composition and later design updates took place. On the obverse of the 1996 one-penny coin, we see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This portrait is the third definitive effigy of Her Majesty, designed by Raphael Macluf. The Queen is shown wearing the George IV state diadem, a crown traditionally worn during the state opening of Parliament. Surrounding the portrait is the Latin inscription Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fd, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This portrait was used on British coins from 1985 to 1997, which makes the 1996 penny one of the later years before the transition to a newer portrait. Moving to the reverse side, the 1996 penny continues with the well-known crown portcullis design, which was created by Christopher Ironside. The portcullis, a heavy gate with chains, is a traditional emblem associated with the Palace of Westminster, symbolizing the authority of the British Parliament. Above the design are the words one penny, and below it is the numeral 1. This reverse design became a strong visual identity for the penny coin, instantly recognizable to millions of people in the United Kingdom and beyond. The technical details of the 1996 one-penny coin are also important for collectors to know. The coin has a diameter of 20.3 millimeters, a weight of 3.56 grams, and a thickness of 1.65 millimeters. The edge of the coin is plain, without any lettering. When it comes to composition, the situation in 1996 is particularly interesting. The original decimal pennies were made of bronze, consisting of copper, tin, and zinc. However, starting from 1992, the Royal Mint began to strike pennies in copper-plated steel because it was cheaper and more efficient. This means that in 1996, both bronze and copper-plated steel versions of the penny exist. The bronze coins are not magnetic, while the steel coins are magnetic because of their iron content. This makes it fun for collectors to test their 1996 pennies with a magnet to see which type they have. Now let's talk about mintage and circulation. The 1996 one-penny coin was produced in large numbers, intended for everyday use across the country. Millions of these coins were struck at the Royal Mint to meet circulation demand. As such, the majority of 1996 pennies are still common today and can often be found in circulation, though over time they are slowly being withdrawn as newer coins replace them. For coin collectors, having a 1996 penny is quite easy, but finding one in uncirculated or mint condition is far more challenging. Brilliant uncirculated examples and proof sets are always more desirable for numismatists. In terms of collector value, the 1996 one-penny coin is generally considered a low-value coin in circulated condition. Most examples are worth face value, which is just 1 penny. However, if you have a coin in excellent condition, such as uncirculated or part of a mint set, then the value can be slightly higher, often ranging from a few pence up to a couple of pounds depending on the grade and the market demand. The coins struck in proof condition, which were only available in collector sets, carry more premium value. One interesting aspect that makes the 1996 penny appealing is the dual composition. Collectors enjoy looking for both the bronze and the copper-plated steel versions. Over time, as more coins are taken out of circulation, these differences may become even more sought after. The magnetic test is a simple but fun way to separate the two. If your coin sticks to a magnet, it is copper-plated steel. If it doesn't, then you likely have one of the earlier bronze issues. Another factor that affects collectability is error coins. Occasionally, mistakes occur during the minting process, leading to rare varieties that collectors treasure. With the 1996 one-penny coin, errors such as offset strikes, double strikes, or unusual die flaws are the types of things collectors keep an eye out for. These errors can make an otherwise common penny much more valuable, sometimes selling for significantly higher prices than a standard example. The one-penny coin is also interesting because of its role in British daily life. Despite being such a small denomination, it has been part of almost every transaction in the UK for decades. The 1996 penny represents a moment in British history when the economy was adjusting to modern times but still heavily reliant on cash transactions. Coins like these tell stories not only of design and metal but also of everyday life, shopping, saving, and the culture of money in the 1990s. Collectors around the world also find the 1996 penny fascinating, especially those outside the United Kingdom. British coins are widely collected internationally, and pennies from different years often end up in coin albums across Europe, North America, and beyond. For people building date sets of UK pennies, the 1996 issue is an essential part of completing the collection. To sum up, the 1996 one-penny coin from the United Kingdom is a small but meaningful part of modern British coinage. With its Raphael McClure portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, the classic crown portcullis designed by Christopher Ironside, its bronze and copper-plated steel varieties, and its place in everyday circulation, it holds both historical and numismatic interest. While it may not be a high-value coin for most collectors, its story, details, and role in British history make it worth learning about and worth adding to a collection in high grade. First up in this video, we are going to take a deep look at the one-penny coin from the United Kingdom, specifically the year 2002. This British penny coin is a fascinating part of modern UK coinage, and collectors from all over the world are always interested in learning more about its design, history, metal composition, mintage, and value in today's market. Whether you are a coin collector, a beginner in numismatics, or just someone who enjoys British coins, this video will give you detailed information about the 2002 UK one-penny coin. The one-penny coin has been a part of British currency since decimalisation in 1971, replacing the old pre-decimal penny. The 2002 version continues that decimal tradition. The coin is small but important, as it represents the lowest denomination still in circulation within the United Kingdom. While the face value is only 1 penny, collectors know that certain years, mintages, and conditions can make even common coins interesting and valuable. Let's first talk about the obverse, or the front, of the 2002 one-penny coin. The obverse features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. The design used in 2002 is the fourth definitive portrait, created by sculptor Ian Rank-Broadley. This portrait shows the Queen wearing the tiara, with a more realistic and mature appearance compared to earlier portraits. Around the edge of the coin, the legend reads Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD followed by the year 2002. This stands for Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fide Defensa, which in Latin means Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This inscription has been part of British coinage for centuries and continues the long royal tradition on modern decimal coins. Now, let's turn to the reverse, the back of the coin. In 2002, the one-penny coin carried the design introduced at decimalisation in 1971, which was created by Christopher Ironside. This design shows a crown portcullis, which is a heavy gate typically found in medieval castles and palaces. The portcullis is topped with a crown, representing British heritage and monarchy. This design has been a long-standing symbol, originally associated with the Palace of Westminster. Below the design is the denomination written as 1 penny. This makes the coin instantly recognizable. In terms of specifications, the 2002 UK one-penny coin is made from copper-plated steel. Earlier pennies were made of bronze, but starting in 1992, the Royal Mint changed the composition to copper-plated steel to reduce costs. The coin weighs 3.56 grams, has a diameter of 20.3 millimeters, and features a plain edge. These measurements are standard for all one-penny coins produced from 1992 onwards. Now let's discuss mintage. The Royal Mint produced hundreds of millions of one-penny coins in circulation quality for 2002, which means that this particular year is considered common. However, the actual mintage figure is still of interest to coin collectors. The exact number minted in 2002 for circulation was approximately 602 million pieces, which is a very high number. Because of this, the 2002 penny is widely available, and finding one in change is not unusual. Still, collectors who seek coins in uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated condition may find them more desirable, especially if preserved properly. When it comes to value, most circulated examples of the 2002 one-penny coin are worth only face value, which is 1 penny. However, condition plays a big role in the value of coins. A brilliant uncirculated 2002 one-penny coin, particularly if kept in a royal mint set, can be worth slightly more to collectors, usually ranging from 50 pence to a couple of pounds depending on demand and condition. Proof versions, which were struck in sets by the Royal Mint for collectors, carry a bit more value due to their polished finish and limited numbers. For coin collectors, the 2002 UK penny is not considered rare, but it is still an essential part of any complete decimal coin collection. If you are putting together a year set of coins from 2002, or if you are collecting every one-penny coin from each year of Queen Elizabeth's reign, then this coin definitely has a place in your collection. Let's also take a moment to think about the historical context of 2002. This was a year of significance for the United Kingdom, as it marked the Golden Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II, celebrating 50 years on the throne. Although the one-penny coin itself did not have a special commemorative design that year, it still belongs to a very important moment in royal history. Collectors often like to connect coins with historical events, and the 2002 penny is linked to that Jubilee year. Many coin collectors around the world enjoy looking for variations, errors, or minting mistakes that can increase the value of otherwise common coins. For the 2002 one-penny coin, there are no widely recognized major errors. However, some collectors report finding coins with misaligned strikes, weak strikes, or slightly off-center designs. While these errors are not extremely valuable, they can be of interest to specialist collectors who enjoy unique and unusual coins. If you happen to have a 2002 one-penny coin in your collection or in your pocket change, it is worth taking a closer look. Even if it is not rare, it is a piece of everyday history. Each coin that passes through our hands has a story, and the 2002 penny is part of the story of British money during the early 21st century. Another interesting fact about copper-plated steel pennies is that they are magnetic. Because of the steel content, these coins will stick to a magnet, unlike the older bronze pennies minted before 1992. This small feature makes them easy to identify and adds a fun detail for collectors and hobbyists. Over time, many 2002 pennies in circulation may show signs of wear, scratches, and discoloration. Copper-plated steel coins often lose their shine, and may even start to show rust if not stored properly. That is why collectors prefer to keep their coins in protective cases, coin flips, or albums to preserve their condition for the future. In summary, the 2002 one-penny coin from the United Kingdom is a common but important piece of decimal coinage. With the obverse portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank-Broadley, the reverse design of the crown portcullis by Christopher Ironside, its copper-plated steel composition, and its large mintage, it remains a staple of modern British currency. While not particularly rare or highly valuable, it is still a collectible item that links us to the history of the Golden Jubilee year. Next up, the one-penny coin from the United Kingdom, dated 2011. This coin is a small but fascinating part of British coinage, and collectors from around the world search for detailed information about the UK one-penny coin, especially from modern years like 2011. The one-penny coin has a strong history. It is part of the decimal currency system introduced in 1971, and even though its face value is just a penny, it represents a key part of everyday British money. The 2011 one-penny coin was struck by the Royal Mint, and it continues the modern design that was first introduced in 2008. On the obverse side, or what many people call the front of the coin, you can find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. The 2011 penny carries the fourth definitive portrait of Her Majesty, designed by Ian Rank-Broadley. This portrait had been in use on UK coins since 1998, showing the Queen wearing the tiara and facing right. Around the portrait, the inscription reads Elizabeth II, DG Reg FD, which stands for Dei Gratia Regina Fide Defensa, meaning by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Also, the date 2011 appears clearly on this side of the coin. On the reverse side, the design is part of the Modern Shield series that was introduced in 2008. When all the coins from 1 penny up to 50 pence are placed together, They form the complete royal shield of arms. The 1 penny coin features the lower part of the shield, showing a section of the royal arms. This design was created by Matthew Dent, who won the competition to redesign the reverse of UK coins in the late 2000s. This makes the 2011 penny a modern collector's item because it carries this unique shield fragment design. The composition of the 2011 1 penny coin is copper-plated steel. Earlier 1 penny coins from 1971 until the early 1990s were made from bronze, but due to rising metal prices, the Royal Mint changed the composition to copper-plated steel in 1992. This means the 2011 penny is magnetic, unlike the older bronze pennies. The weight of the coin is 3.56 grams, with a diameter of 20.3 millimeters and a thickness of 1.65 millimeters. The edge is plain without any inscription. These details are important for collectors and for anyone who wants to identify genuine UK 1 penny coins. When talking about the mintage, the 2011 1 penny coin had millions of examples struck, making it a common circulation coin. However, even common coins can become interesting for collectors when they are in uncirculated condition, proof versions, or if they have errors. The Royal Mint often produces proof sets and uncirculated coin sets for collectors, and the 2011 penny was also issued in these special sets. If you have one of those, especially in pristine condition, it can be more valuable than the face value of just 1 penny. Many coin enthusiasts like to look for minting errors on coins, and the 2011 1 penny is no exception. While no major errors are officially reported, collectors often check for things like misstrikes, offset strikes, die cracks, or double lettering. Any such error can increase the interest and value of the coin. So, if you have a 2011 penny, it might be worth carefully examining under magnification to see if it has any unusual features. In terms of circulation, the 1 penny coin is one of the most widely used coins in the UK. It plays a role in small everyday transactions, although in recent years many shops have moved towards cashless payments. Despite that, pennies remain legal tender and are still produced by the Royal Mint. For collectors, the 1 penny coin from each year represents part of building a full collection of UK decimal coins. Some people enjoy collecting 1 penny coins by date, others by design type, and some even collect based on minting errors or metal composition. For anyone interested in the 2011 1 penny coin, you should know that while it is not considered rare, it is still an essential part of a complete modern British coin collection. Its value in circulation is 1 penny, but in uncirculated quality or as part of a proof set, it can hold more collector's value. Many people sell these coins on auction sites or collect them as part of bulk collections of modern UK coins. Looking at the history, the 1 penny coin has been around in Britain for centuries, but the decimal penny we know today was introduced in 1971 with decimalization. Before that, the UK used pre-decimal pennies, which were much larger in size. The 2011 penny continues the modern legacy of this coin and shows how British coinage has evolved over the years. Collectors should also take note of how to preserve coins like the 2011 penny. Storing them in protective holders, away from moisture and fingerprints, will help keep them in better condition. Coins that are uncirculated and have no wear are always more desirable for collectors. Proof coins, which are struck using specially polished dies, will have a mirror-like finish and are particularly collectible. The 2011 penny also reflects a period in British coinage history where designs were unified under the Royal Shield theme. This design choice was unique, as it connected all circulating coins into one larger image when arranged together. For collectors, this adds an additional reason to keep these coins in sets. So, the 1 penny coin from 2011 may be small, but it carries history, design significance, and a role in everyday transactions. For coin collectors, it represents a continuation of the story of UK decimal coins, and for everyday users, it is a reminder of how coins are still part of life even in the digital age. Whether you are interested in the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, the Royal Shield design, the copper-plated steel composition, or just the tradition of collecting coins by date, the 2011 penny has something to offer. Now we will explore, where today we will take an in-depth look at the 2015 1 penny coin from the United Kingdom. This British 1 penny coin, often simply called the penny, is part of the decimal coinage system introduced in 1971. The 2015 1 penny coin is small in size, round in shape, and copper-plated steel in composition. Even though it carries a face value of just 1 penny, it holds historical, cultural, and collectible interest especially for coin collectors and enthusiasts of United Kingdom coinage. The obverse of the 2015 one-penny coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This design was created by Jody Clark and introduced in 2015, making it especially significant because it was the very first year this portrait appeared on United Kingdom coinage. Jody Clark's portrait of the Queen shows a more realistic and dignified image, reflecting her later years with the crown of the state worn elegantly. This makes the 2015 one-penny coin a key date for collectors, since it marked a transition in the monarch's coinage portraits. On the reverse side of the